Well. What do we have here? Welcome back to another Scary Story Sunday. I hope y'all doing amazing on this Sunday. I'm gonna read some stories, give a few thoughts on them, and hopefully scare you a bit. So sit back, relax, put your AC down to a smooth 32, and let's get to it. Abby Choi was a Hong Kong social media influencer and model known for her stylish aesthetic and engaging online presence. She had long, dark hair and striking features and often showcased a vibrant fashion that blended elegance and modern trends. Abby seemed to have the perfect life, being born into a wealthy family, growing up to be both a model and mother of 4 children between 3 and 10. They lived in one of the safest metropolises in the world. Yet, on Tuesday, February 21st, 2023, she was reported missing. In the days leading to her disappearance, she engaged in regular day-to-day activities such as content creating, being a mother, and wife to her unofficial husband, Chris Tam. Now, everything was damn near perfect except for one thing, and that's the growing tension between her and her ex-husband, Alex Kwang Kong Chi, alongside his family. He has a stocky build with a round face and distinct features. He typically has short black hair, and his demeanor can appear stern or serious. They got married when she was 18, having 2 children together, but due to financial stress, the two got divorced. Even after the divorce and a second marriage, Abby was still close with Alex's family, even buying an $8 million in US money, by the way, apartment in a wealthy neighborhood and signed it over to Alex's father for the family to use. She also gave money to the family for years. Now, it's unknown what her second husband, Chris Tom, thought of the situation, but I could tell you firsthand that I wouldn't be okay with that shit. But it seems like as the years passed, Abby wasn't down with giving her money away, wising up to the family taking advantage of her at this point. After a few years, she decided she wanted her apartment back. The family did not like that and started to resent her, even though she was looking out for them by looking at new apartments for them in a place that was cheaper. They didn't want that. Over time, they got used to the high life they couldn't afford because everyone in the family other than Alex's brother was in some kind of debt. His father, Kwang Kao, was a former Hong Kong police sergeant who retired from the force in 2005, and some say it was because he got accused of rape. He was increasingly unhappy with Abby's handling of the luxury property, so in early February 2003, he rented out the ground floor of a flat of a 3-story house in Tai Po and premeditated one of the most horrendous crimes in Hong Kong history. Weeks later, Abby wasn't returning her calls and missed picking up her children from school, which is something that's out of the ordinary for her because of the type of person she was. Abby was reported missing and an investigation began. Police began interviewing family members, friends, and associates to gather the information about her last known whereabouts and relationships. They reviewed surveillance footage and phone records to piece together her movements. As investigators delved deeper, they looked into the people closest to Abby, including her former husband and in-laws, as persons of interest due to their ongoing family disputes and financial issues. A few days later, the truth came out when the police found tools including meat grinders, chainsaws, as well as Abby's ID, credit cards, and other belongings at a house in Tai Po, Hong Kong. As they continued to search the house, they found a refrigerator with a pair of female legs stuffed inside, and even more spine-chilling is what they found in the kitchen. It was 2 pots almost filled to the brim of soup with Abby's severed head, several of her ribs, human tissue, carrots, and radish inside. It didn't take long for the authorities to find and locate the ex-husband Alex, who was on the run, and not only that, it came to light that he was also a suspect behind the several alleged cases of theft that occurred nearly a decade before Abby was killed. Days later, the remaining suspects were caught, and as if the ex-husband wasn't bad enough, the brother-in-law, also the mother-in-law, and the father-in-law were all arrested too. The brother-in-law was the last one to see Abby as they were both supposed to pick up the kids from school. It's said because of the hole in the back of her head that she was attacked inside the same car. The mother-in-law was arrested for giving the wrong information and trying to tamper with evidence. If you don't know what that's called in court, it's perversion of justice, which I had to look up because it threw me off for a second. But anyways, to end this off, Alex Kwang and the father Kwao Kong and his brother Alex Kwang appeared in court and were charged with Abby's murder. They're thankfully facing life in prison, and the mother was charged too, but it wasn't stated anywhere that I looked as to how long, but I'm happy she's in there too. Authorities say that they're still looking for Abby's torso and hands. They began searching the landfill in Ta Kwu Ling, where they said they found bones, though it was unclear at the time if it was animal or human remains. Abby's second husband, Chris, cried after learning of her death. He initially thought she was only kidnapped, but after learning about Abby's fate, Chris promised to take care of Abby's 4 children, including the 2 with her ex-husband, and determined to honor her memory, he vowed to provide them with the love and stability needed, ensuring that they feel supported and cherished as they navigate through the challenges ahead. Honestly, homies, this is a heartbreaking story, and it's awful how kindness can be taken advantage of and breed resentment if you're not careful. Abby Choi was an innocent woman that didn't deserve any of what came to her, and it honestly makes me upset that as a person, not a person, an entire fucking family can leech off someone for as long as they have and not have an ounce of fucking gratitude. Like, I don't understand the lack of self-awareness. She's paying your rent, which just having that alone would be life-changing for a lot of people. She put the crib in your father's name so you can all own the property, and even after she wanted it back, she wasn't leaving y'all out to dry. She actually went out of her way to look at more affordable housing so your entire family can live rent-free, I'm assuming. But that wasn't enough because why? You got used to the lifestyle. Man, get the fuck out of here. Man, this reminds me of that one saying, if you give a mouse a cookie, it's gonna ask for a glass of milk. This family just kept asking, taking, asking, taking, asking, taking. I can only be happy that this family is sitting behind bars at the moment. If the death penalty comes, get their ass to the chopping block. You don't get no last meal, you don't get no uzumaki shit, you don't get no damn, no noodles, you don't get no fried chicken, you don't get no soul food, you don't get none of that. Your ass just get death. That's it. Alright, homies, before I get upset thinking about these scumbags, thank you so much for coming to a Fright Delight. Be safe and try not to get kidnapped by the like and subscribe button, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.